All right, we are live. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Probably just gonna start this like I have been the last couple live streams. Go over a few movies in the collection until more people start joining in, if they join in, and maybe go over some of the Oscar nominations for this weekend. Patrick Holmes, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining, man. Uh, yeah, probably start talking about the Oscar stuff when some more people join in. Um, yeah, so let's go through some random horror flicks from the shelf like last time. Just pick up where I left off. I think I finished up to C. If you guys got anything else you want to talk about, feel free to ask. You you guys pick anything new up? Phenom Pat, you pick anything up, man? Got my Batman reviews still coming out. Yeah, and I've been watching your reviews on Stardust as well. So yeah, anybody watching this after it streams, if you haven't already downloaded the Stardust app, please do so and follow me and Patrick Holmes. I know he's on there as well, along with a few other fellow YouTubers. So yeah, it's really a lot of fun, and just 30-second reviews, just giving our opinions whether or not to watch it. Pretty much. I mean, we don't have time to really go in depth or anything, but I'm enjoying it. You liking that app there, Patrick? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you don't have to sit here and do a in-depth review on YouTube and take the time to edit. Or do you like watch or which movie? I didn't really understand the question. You do love the app, Patrick? Yeah, it's just real convenient, man. I mean, you get them watching something on Netflix or a TV show or any movie, and you just want to tell somebody, let everybody know it's a great movie or it's a complete waste of time, and just takes, like I say, 30 seconds to do it, and it's out there. And yeah, I know once you get to a higher point, you get like perks of like movie premiere tickets and stuff like that, and studios can send you stuff off there, to review and everything. So definitely trying to get up to a higher following, but you know, just like YouTube, I'm just doing it for fun, so it is what it is. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do Matt saw Three Billboards. Not the best ending, but a good watch. Are we gonna do this and it just kind of ends? But that's the way a lot of movies are nowadays. They kind of leave the endings open to a lot of stuff. Oh, the '98 Psycho. I haven't seen the '98 Psycho in probably since it came out, like on VHS, like when it first came out, and I don't really remember much from it. I guess like everybody says, like a shot-for-shot remake, like the Cabin Fever remake, which I haven't watched yet, but I thought about doing it because it's on Netflix. But yeah, if you're gonna make a remake, just make it your own. You got to put your own take on a remake. I mean, that's the whole point, or why even do it? You just watch the original if you're just gonna do the same thing. But yeah, I don't remember too much about the remake. Like, wasn't it Anne Hesh or something that was in it? Is that who was in that, Patrick? Yeah, but the '06 Omen was good, man. Looks like Midnighters from IFC Midnight. Yeah, the '06 Omen, man, I like that one a lot, though. I mean, not as good as the original. I mean, Gregory Peck was awesome. He was a fantastic actor. Yeah, I know Vince Vaughn was in Psycho. That was like early in his career too. That was back around like what was it? Swingers and stuff like that, or whatever it was. I do believe. You know, he definitely wasn't the actor that he is nowadays. You know, especially his role in like Cell Block 99 and all that. But yeah, it that was who directed that Psycho? Was it Gus Van Sant or something? Is that who did that one? I can't remember. Got the '06 Omen for $2. Yeah, that's a good price on it. I mean, I think that's most DVDs are about $2 used nowadays. But yeah, I liked it for what it was. I thought it was pretty decent. Um, yeah, yes, it was Van Sant. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't know. His name just came to my mind for some reason. I guess I was right. But let's run through some movies here real quick. Let me know if you guys have seen any of these, what you guys think about them. And so I got Dark House, starting with the D's. Bad winds here, may lose my power soon. Yeah, we had real bad winds here in Indianapolis yesterday with the rain and stuff. That wind was just fierce, man. And that little bit of rain that was coming down was just piercing you in the face. Yeah, Dark House, you got Tobin Bell in here. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's definitely Tobin Bell with like long, what was it, like long dreadlock type hair. It was definitely a different look for him. But yeah, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I got this, thought I got it from Family Video, I guess not. I got it real cheap though, it was like $5 or something. Yeah, definitely check this one out if you guys haven't seen it. From that creep that did Clown House. No, it's not from, yes, yeah, holy crap, you were right. I didn't even know that. Yeah, it's from Victor Salva. I didn't even realize that till just now. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into all the, you know, child stuff with him or anything. I did watch Jeepers Creepers 3 the other night. Did a short Stardust review. That was a complete piece of crap. That was terrible. I actually like the first one, and the second one's okay, but 3 is just bad. This is probably his best movie that I've seen. I haven't seen Clown House. I hear it's actually a pretty good movie, but yeah, what went on during the filming of that was just, you know, that's pretty horrendous, and to not really, you know, everyone's like, you know, he did his time and everything, but I don't feel he should have been able to continue working. Oh, was 24 Hours to Live was just okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I did pick it up, but I hear Ethan Hawke's really good in it, but other than that, it's just kind of like a forgettable type movie. Just like Call It Chucky. It sucked ass. I liked Call It Chucky, Patrick. I thought it was pretty fun, man. It seeing everybody back in there and everything. It was definitely better than Seed. You know, I had a good time with it. I mean, they're not made to be real deep, thoughtful movies or anything with a good storyline. I mean, they're made just to have fun with, and it did that for me. I had fun with it. Chucky is an old movie. Yeah, the original Child's Play, but yeah, Called It Chucky just came out like last year. Coco, but the case is broken. Oh, did you get it shipped from Walmart, or did you buy it in the store? I mean, I would just take it back up there and see if they would exchange it. I'm sure they would. As long as you get the same thing, they shouldn't have a problem with it. Yeah, I would try to take it back up there, man. For sure. I got mine from a Disney Movie Club, so I was really weary about that, you know, if the slip was going to be in good shape and everything. But I can't reach it. But you're going to get Coco at some time. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I hear it's really good. Especially the 4K version, I guess, looks amazing. But I didn't get the 4K. I just got the regular. They don't have 4K available through the club yet. But the same thing happened at Walmart, but the wrong turn 6-pack. Case wasn't cracked. The first disc was too. Yeah, the 4Ks that are coming out. Yeah, they're releasing. I know they're coming out with the Jurassic Park. I think it's. Is it all of them, or is it just the first? I think it's just the first 3, the original trilogy. It's good. I'm doing a Stardust review on it. Oh, on Coco. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. Good family movie and everything. You may get 2001, the Space Odyssey. Yeah, I got that in the 3 pack thing. But yeah, I had a game I bought from Walmart or Meijer or something, and the disc was oh, it's coming out on 4K. Okay, yeah, that should look pretty good. That 2001, yeah. And the game was broken when I went to take it out of the case, and they gave me another one. So I think as long as you take it back for the same thing, it should be all right. I don't know if they'll. I don't know. It's hard to say anymore because they got the the digital codes and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It's worth a try. But move on here. I got the Dollar Tree Darkman. I haven't gotten the Scream Factory edition yet. I want to eventually, but I want to make sure you get the slip and everything. But for $1, you definitely can't beat that for Darkman. I have the collection on DVD and the box set with all of them, but yeah, I definitely wasn't going to pass that up. I got the Dark Shadows with the lenticular slip, thanks to, I think it was Culture Trainee hooked me up with the slip, I do believe. But yeah, so shout out to you, man. Thank you for hooking me up with that. Actually, I think you hooked me up with the whole movie, if I'm not mistaken. Jurassic Park is all 4 movies, 8 discs. Oh. Yeah, I've heard people. Trini, yeah, I was just talking about you, man. What's going on, dude? I was saying thanks for the hookup on the Dark Shadows, man. I do believe you're the one that hooked me up with this, with the lenticular. Yeah, I heard people talking about they just want to get the individual releases on that Jurassic Park set because they weren't fans of the packaging and everything. So, which I always prefer individual releases as well whenever possible. I know it takes up a little more room, but it's usually just nicer to have them that way. But yeah, Dark Skies, which was from Family Video. It was like $5. Actually, a pretty decent movie if you guys haven't seen it. I recommend checking this one out. It's only a PG-13 horror flick, but I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Feel free to ask anything while I'm showing these guys. Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead, 2-pack. I do need to get the Scream Factories at some point. Love the Dawn of the Dead remake. Probably, definitely in my top 5 remakes of all time. If not number 1. But Land of the Dead, I'm not a huge fan of. I know some people are, but I just don't like that movie for some reason. I don't know. Certain parts of it are okay, but overall, I don't really care for it. So that's going to be one I'm holding off on the Scream Factory a while on Land. But I know they're both like $15 at Best Buy right now. But do I like Zombieland? Yeah, Zombieland is awesome. Still waiting on part 2. I can't remember when that's supposed to come out. Box set, Dark Knight. The 4K box set of so is that what you're talking about? The Dark Knight box set. Yeah, like I say, I try to stay away from those multi things as much as possible because I know the packaging is going to be crap. Just like a lot of the. I know Mill Creek's getting a little bit better in their packaging lately, but their early stuff was just terrible with all the multi-disc stuff. But yeah, got The Day. It's like a zombie type film, I do believe. WWE films, but I remember that being okay. It was from Family Video as well. It was like $5 or less. So sometimes you just gotta take a chance. And then Daybreakers. This is another one that was real cheap with Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, Sam Neill. I think there's already some 4K digibooks, I believe, because I believe Labyrinth, the 4K, is in a digibook type packaging, and maybe a couple of others. I could be wrong. It could be like a digi pack or not an official digi book, but um, I know there is a difference between them. But you know, some of them the disc actually snap in there, and some of them are held with just the cardboard shit that's just crap. And so I know there is a difference between the two. But yeah, Daybreakers. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I actually really like this one. Deathgasm. Really fun time with this one too. Highly recommend checking this one out if you guys like heavy metal and horror. Man, it's just it's awesome. Definitely check this one out. Deliver Us from Evil, which was okay. I remember it being just alright. I mean, it could have been a lot better, but wasn't too bad. Devil's Due, which is a complete piece of fucking shit. I don't recommend this one. Two movies I can't find at Big Lots, Daybreakers, and Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, I may have gotten 28 Days Later. Yes, I've seen 28 Days Later. Really like the first one. The second one's just okay to me, the 28 Weeks. But, yeah, Devil's Due, do not watch this movie. I don't even know why I still have it. I didn't care for it at all. Devil Inside, I still haven't watched. I hear it's not very good. But, it was like 2 for 3 at Family Video or something. District 9, absolutely love this movie. I mean, I like this and Chappie. Elysium was okay. The Blu-ray I have the Blu-ray to 28 Days Later. I haven't watched the Blu-ray transfer. I'm guessing it's not a very good transfer, but I do still have the DVD as well. But yeah, District 9, love this movie. Don't Breathe, which I saw in the theaters and really liked it in the theaters. I haven't revisited it since I bought it when it came out, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. I did not expect that fucked up twist ending to it, but yeah. Blair Witch is bad anyways, man. I hate the first Blair Witch. I don't like it at all. I think it's terrible. I didn't even like it when it came out and people thought it was real. I still didn't even like it then, but I do like Book of Shadows. I thought it was a lot of fun. As corny as it is and cheesy as it is, I actually enjoyed Book of Shadows quite a bit. Especially looking back at it now with having Michael Weston in it from Burn Notice and other people. You know, it's pretty enjoyable actually. The Van Wilder transfer is bad too. Well, that's too bad because I really like that movie a lot. That movie is hilarious. But yeah, I forget what I was talking about. I don't even remember. Book of Shadows is funny. Yeah, it is, man. Patrick, yeah. I just have a good time with that one. It's not scary to me at all, but if I see it at Target, don't buy it. Yeah, I think it's one of those like $5 or $6 Blu-rays, isn't it, at Target, something like that, or ones they have on sale usually for like maybe even $3 or $4. That's a shame, though. Oh, speaking of comedies, though, Walmart now has the Wayne's World 1 and 2 Blu-ray for $10, and some other ones like that for $10. They got some new movies in 2-disc DVD for $4. Yeah, it's probably about right, $3-4. Yeah, I've had that DVD of Van Wilder since it came out. Dracula Untold, which I actually kind of like this movie. I know people shit on it, but I had a good time with it. I thought it was pretty fun, entertaining movie. It wasn't anything special, but I did like the old, you know, the main old head vampire or whatever in it. I thought he looked pretty cool, and yeah, I like this movie for what it was. And then another one that's just got Scream Factory treatment recently, which I don't think it's been around long enough to have enough of a following to get, but yeah, I saw that too, the 374 DVDs, and my Walmart doesn't have a bin. It never did, but they finally started having a 788 section along with another one down the road. They started putting them in the regular racks for 788, so that's pretty cool. So mine had the your Hunter of the Future or whatever up there. You didn't have to dig through the bin. It's kind of nice having them just in that racking. Drag Me to Hell, like I say, it just got Scream Factory treatment. I don't think it deserves that yet. It's not. It's too new. This came from Family Video as well. This was back in the day. They used to put their tags on there. I think it was like a 3 for $21 thing back then. Got Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. I think this is another one that's, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe, yeah, this is another one that's PG-13 that's actually pretty good. I know last live stream we were talking about PG-13 movies that were good, and this, and what was the other one? I don't remember now. Oh yeah, Dark Skies. This and Dark Skies were two good PG-13 horror flicks. This is on Netflix too, I do believe. So good to have Prime Video still working on Get Out. Get Out is the most overrated film I have ever seen. I can't believe. Yeah, I believe you meant to put Misery, but yeah. Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't know what happens there. They get these random titles like they did with Mad Max that have the cheapest prices, and I found Ben up there for the Scream Factory edition of Ben for $12.96 up there as well. I don't know why they get these random titles in like that. I don't know if they overproduced, you know, made too many copies of these movies or what, and they're just trying to get rid of them. I don't know what's going on with that. Why they just have these. It's just hit and miss with what titles they get. I know Meyer is still carrying some of them. 3 they had, the slips were fucked. All mine are in pretty good shape. I got them at all 3 Walmarts by me, and they're all pretty decent. I mean, if I didn't already have it, I definitely would have grabbed it for $12.96. I think I got mine for $15 on Best Buy, so I mean, a couple bucks doesn't, you know, doesn't make a huge difference. Still haven't watched this. Picked this one up a long time ago. It's that animated as Empire of the Corpses. I don't know anything about it at all. I just picked it up because it looked cool, and it wasn't very much. But I'm not big into anime, so if you guys have seen this, let me know if it's worth watching. Yeah, I have no idea. I bought it back when my oldest kid lived with us, and he was real big into anime and stuff, so I was trying to get something we could watch together and bond, or whatever. Another guilty pleasure of mine, 22 for mine. Okay, I got it back when it was out. Oh, you paid 22 for Misery. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were excited about that release of Misery from Scream Factory. I mean, I think it's one that deserved the treatment and everything. Still haven't watched my edition. I don't know how good the transfer is or anything. I haven't heard any complaints on it, but yeah, I would have been fine with paying the 20-something bucks too. I mean, I had it on Blu-ray already with the art card and everything, so I wasn't like jumping on it right away. But I saw it for $15, and you know, I figured that was a good price. And then like a week later, Walmart got, you know, tons of them in stock. So it's just weird. End of Days was Schwarzenegger. Guilty pleasure. I think a lot of people actually enjoy this movie, even though it's not great. Seen this at the movies when it came out, actually, back in the day. Night of the Living Dead. Best I. Oh, the release of Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, I hear nothing but great things about that transfer. Oh, come on, Patrick. You know End of Days was fun, man. It's a terrible movie. It really is, but and it's one of those ones that's just nostalgic to me too, because I had the soundtrack and everything when it came out, and you had, you know, like Limp Bizkit and stuff on there, and a bunch of 90s rock bands that were big. Yeah, 17, 18 bucks on Amazon for Night of the Living Dead. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I really don't. It's like I'm waiting for the Criterion sale, and it's cheaper now than it is going to be at the sale, but I don't know, because I want to get that in Silence of the Lambs really bad. Because I hear the Blu-ray transfer of Silence of the Lambs was terrible, which I haven't watched yet, like the regular edition. So yeah, I definitely need to get both those. I haven't been buying a whole lot. Just trying to keep up on a couple of the newer ones. I know this isn't horror, but it's in that section because it's the Halloween time. I got this from old Roger at Channel Dawnstar. Back when he was selling off his collection, gave me a really good price on it. And I know this is one. No, Trini. I was about the regular Blu-rays of Silence of the Lambs and stuff. I hear were bad transfers, not the Criterions. Yeah. 40 or 80 new. What were you talking about? 40 or 80 new? I didn't know which movie you were talking about. Talking about this one? Ernest? Like I say, I know this is out of print. I haven't checked eBay prices in a while, but like I say, he gave me a fantastic deal. I could not pass it up. Oh, the laser disc of which one? You might have said what movie, but Tomorrow. Really enjoyed this one too. It's not for everybody. I can't necessarily recommend it to you at all. It's a different kind of transfer. Like a Criterion is great. Yeah, I hear both those transfers are great on those new Criterion releases. I gotta get those. I gotta get my funds back together though. What was it better than 28 and Van Wilder? See, I haven't watched any of these on Blu-ray because I've seen them all so many times, all the movies that we're talking about, that I just haven't watched them since I picked them up. But yeah, Escape from Tomorrow. Check it out if you find it cheap, I guess, because like I say, I don't know if it's for everybody. It's black and white with a little bit of color here and there, and just weird. But they did film like this all the Disney scenes at Disney, and they were secretly doing it. So they had to keep taking these rides on these certain rides over and over, and rather get Night of the Living Dead Criterion. Yeah, I haven't even watched Night of the Living Dead since I was like a teenager. That's one I will say I like the remake better. I know, without the original, we wouldn't have what we have today, and I respect the original. I just think the remake is a better. Of course, he had more funds and more money to do it and everything, but without the original, we wouldn't have zombies at all, probably, like we do today. There would be no Walking Dead, no nothing. But, yeah, anyway, so Escape from Tomorrow, interesting film. They had to, keep taking these rides over and over again until they got the shot right and everything, and spending days and days filming this thing. Doesn't the Criterion have the remake on the disc? Not that I know of. I haven't heard that. I don't believe so. Yeah, I didn't think. That would be great. That would be awesome. The Evil Dead remake. Speaking of remakes, hated this movie when I saw it in theaters. Absolutely hated it. Just because the original is one of my favorite films, and absolutely love the original. But it has grown on me since, after hearing everybody talk about it. It is brutal as hell. Still not great to me. It's got the work print. Not that shit. Not what shit? What are you talking about, Patrick? I absolutely love that movie. Yeah, I know this isn't the extended edition that I have, and I do have the steelbook of it too, which I think it's the same cut, but I love the way the steelbook looks. And then, of course, you gotta have Evil Dead 2. I do have the original on steelbook as well. Both Evil Dead films are great. I really can't call the new one a remake. Yeah, I mean, the Evil Dead remake is a true remake, though. They didn't. do that shot for shot bullshit like they did with Psycho and Cabin Fever. They made it their own movie, which I appreciate that, with elements of the original. That's what a remake should be. You have to make it your own thing. So yeah, Evil Dead 2 as well, which honestly I didn't like this movie when I first saw it, but now I absolutely have a great time with it. I guess because it was so different than the first. This one's definitely more comedy. Um, Army of Darkness is my favorite of the trilogy, then the first, and then two. I just love Army of Darkness for some reason. I don't know why, which I do have the Scream Factory edition of. I don't know what it is about that movie. Rollerball from the 70s with James Caan. Yeah. Now that was a remake that was a piece of crap too. We had, oh, what's his name? The dude from fucking American Pie and stuff. You're saying fuck that remake shit on what, Rollerball? I think I've seen it, but I don't really remember. Arrow needs to do Near Dark, Evil Dead, and Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, we haven't really got a good edition of Evil Dead, have we? The original. Yeah, I would rather see Arrow do it than Scream Factory. Scream Factory is just kind of a disappointment here lately. Near Dark as well. Yeah. I know that Blu-ray is getting up there in price too for Near Dark. I do believe that one's one of those out of print ones too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's all the movies I'm gonna show. I don't want to bore you guys too much. What are you guys thinking on Oscars? For Best Picture, we got I haven't seen all these, but Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. What are you guys wanting for Best Picture winner on the Oscars this weekend? Anybody? Still need to pick up that Scream Factory. Army of Darkness has been holding off and wait till the price drops. Yes, Trini, I'm with you on that, man. 3 Billboards. Oh my God, I put that movie off for so long watching it, and you're picking Lady Bird or Call Me by Your Name. I watched part of Lady Bird. Wasn't really my thing. But yeah, I'm with Trini 100% on that, man. 3 Billboards was gotta be the best drama I've seen in probably the last 10 years. It was amazing film. I put off watching it for a long time because I really couldn't even remember seeing any previews for it or like what it was about. But I finally watched it, and yeah, it was like, aside from that ending, it was like the perfect movie. You felt anger, you felt compassion. I laughed, I cried. It just had everything in that movie. That movie was just amazing. Lead actor, you got Timothy something from Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis from Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya or something from Get Out, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington and Roman J. Israel Esquire, which I haven't heard anything about that movie, that Denzel movie. I have no idea. I know I got some slipcovers for it from the video store, but other than that, I know nothing about that movie. Has anybody seen? Yeah, I haven't watched Shape of Water yet. I hear it's really strange. They were talking about some of the premise of it and everything, and it just sounded really weird. I like Del Toro. I think he's a great director. I didn't even know that was his movie for a while, so now I definitely do want to see it. But yeah, that Denzel movie, like I say, I know nothing about. And I'd probably have to go with Gary Oldman from Darkest Hour. I mean, he's an amazing actor in everything he does. Favorite movie 2017 is Blade Runner 2049. I haven't watched Blade Runner yet. Still have. I got the 4K steelbook of it, and just haven't sat down to watch it. I'm not a big Ryan Gosling fan at all. I don't know what it is about the guy. I just can't stand the way he looks. I don't know. He's a good actor. There's something about him I can't stand. I don't know. I'm probably in the minority in that, but I know some people are gonna be. I did pick up Wind River. Yeah, Trini. I watched like 20 minutes of it or something and turned it off. I don't know. I couldn't really get into it. I'm gonna have to give it another chance. I really like a lot of stuff that A24 has been doing, and I'd like to finish it eventually, but it just didn't. I don't know. Something about it I didn't like, but yeah, I'd probably have to go with Gary Oldman for the lead actor Oscar. Um, you still got to watch Blade Runner as well. Yeah. And see, I want to watch the original again first because I haven't seen the original probably since VHS days, man. And I mean, I picked up the director's cut Blu-ray back when it came out, and still haven't watched it. And there's so many different cuts of it. I didn't know which cut to watch, and it's kind of like top underrated. I go with Shot Caller, but. Yep, and I know we talked about that one last time, too, was, Shot Caller. Finally got my movie back. I didn't have it last time, I just had the slipcover. Yeah, this movie was fan-fucking-tastic. Absolutely love this. I need to get Blade Runner. My dad wants to see it. Wind River is my favorite movie. Yeah, I did pick up Wind River. Finally, Trini on yeah. I don't know anything about Black Butterfly. Yeah, Wind River, $7.99 too. Can't beat that. No slipcover, but it's on the way. I was gonna do the old buy it and take it back without it, but I got it for a good price. So I mean. It would have cost me more in gas money to go back to the store, so I was like, I pretty much just paid shipping on it, you know. So for that price, I don't mind paying a few bucks for a slipcover. But yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about that Wind River, man, and definitely want to check that out here soon. And it seems like me and you got a lot of stuff in common when it comes to movies, Trent, so I definitely trust your opinion, man. I hear Only the Brave is really, really good too. I haven't picked it up yet. That's going to be one I probably pick up from the video store. I do have the slips for it already, so I'm not worried about that. I've only been buying stuff that I don't get slipcovers for, just to make sure that I get them. See, I've only picked up like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not even 20 movies over the last, since like the first of the year. Been really, really slowing down. Roman movie. What's the Roman movie? Yeah, and Wonder doesn't really look like a movie I really care to see for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I hear it's pretty good. That'll be another one that. Oh, that Roman J. I say I know nothing about that. I don't remember seeing a preview to that, which is strange, being a Denzel movie. So let's go with lead actress. You got Sally Hawkins from Shape of Water, Frances McDormand from Three Billboards, which is definitely my pick. Margot Robbie from I, Tonya. And I don't know how to say her name, but the lead actress from Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep from The Post. So, like I say, I definitely have to go with Frances. From the guy who did Nightcrawler. That Roman J movie is? I have to check it out. I don't know. Say that'll probably be another one I pick up from the video store once it's $7.99 or something like that. Just because I haven't. Yeah, the one part of that movie from Woody Harrelson, just man, talk about an emotional freaking scene. That was I know Trini knows what I'm talking about because I know you've seen it. But man, that tore me up, especially with everything I've been going through in my life. That really hit hard on that scene from Woody. He only had the DVD. Oh, of Roman J. Yeah, Walmart hasn't been carrying the Blu-rays of a lot of movies. Like a lot of the A24 films, they've only been having the DVDs for. I barely saw. There was only 2 Blu-ray copies left of 3 Billboards, even. I mean, and that's an Oscar nominee. It's crazy. There was only like 1 or 2 of Darkest Hour. They're carrying more DVDs than Blu-rays still. It's insane. It's like it's the 90s or something. Oh, you wish Woody Harrelson had a bigger part? Yeah, it focused definitely on Sam Rockwell's character more than Woody Harrelson's. Hell, I wish Peter Dinklage had a bigger part, man. After watching every episode of Game of Thrones, man, it was good to see him. I want to see his other one, Rememory, I think it's called, with Peter Dinklage. Yeah, I know he was in Pixels and stuff like that, but I'd like to see more of his serious roles, man. After watching Game of Thrones, which doesn't come back on till like 2019 or some shit. But yeah, Woody Harrelson definitely for supporting actor for me. Welcome to the Dollhouse actor was in 3 Billboards. I don't know if I know Welcome to the Dollhouse. Or are you just talking about Dollhouse, that show that was on? Supporting actress, Mary J. Blige from Mudbound, Allison Janney from I, Tonya, Leslie Manville from Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf from Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer from Shape of Water. I don't have a pick for supporting actress there. I really. Now, Trini, you're talking about the original Death at a Funeral, right? The British one? Because the original Death at a Funeral is great. The American remake was shit. Yes, that is a fantastic film. I didn't know anyone else has even seen that movie, man. Never heard anybody talk about that. Yeah, it is a fantastic film. I watch a lot of British films, especially back in the day. I worked with a guy from England, and me and him were like really good friends, and I learned all the slang and all the everything, and I was real big into British movies and TV and stuff, and they got some really good ones. That's when I got into watching Ollie G and all that stuff, and it's nice. Dinner for Schmucks UK is good. I don't think I've seen the UK version. The American version was terrible. I don't like that at all, with Steve Carell and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really have a pick for supporting actress. I don't know what you guys even care. Best director, of course, Dunkirk from Christopher Nolan, Get Out from Jordan Peele, Lady Bird from Greta Gerwig. Yeah, I got all my DVDs too, man. I got all the seasons of the show and the movie. I love Ollie G, man. That was definitely Sasha's best character. Way better than that Borat shit. Anyway, you got, where was I? Phantom Thread from Paul Thomas Anderson, and Shape of Water from Del Toro. Just watching your guys' comments. Yeah, I still got a lot of DVDs too, man. I still got like 1,400 DVDs. I had like 3,000 at one point. I like that boy over that gay shit movie he did. Oh, you're talking about the one where he's like in the fashion. What the fuck was that? Um, Damn it, I can't think of the name of that other one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, Borat was better than. What the hell is it? Help me out here, guys. What's the other one that he did? I can't remember. I see like the cover in my head and I can't. Bruno. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, Borat was better than that. Yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, I would have to go with. I don't know for director. I wasn't a huge fan of Dunkirk, but it was a beautifully shot movie. So I'd probably have to go with Christopher Nolan just because I don't want Get Out to win any awards at all. It is, like I said, the most overrated film in recent history. I can't believe it's like if you're a horror movie fan like myself, that movie's nothing to you. Um, uh, if you're a mainstream fan and you just go to movies just to go to movies, then I can see it really. No, I liked Get Out. It was an okay movie. It was fine, but just worthy to me. Like I say, I've seen so many movies and so many horror flicks, especially that it was nothing new. It just was. I don't hate the movie, but I do feel it's the most overrated movie in a really long time. I don't have any problems with it. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say, Trini. Get Out was good to me, but it was way more overrated. Take Sandlot cast, but I don't know the movie. uh, yeah, I know a lot of people feel that it's overrated, and it definitely is. If it wins Best Picture, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. If that wins over three billboards, I don't know. I mean, I know the Oscars are pretty much rigged anyways, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I don't know. Are you going to any conventions? Uh, Boyhood was overrated too. I still haven't watched Boyhood, but I do respect it already just from hearing, how long it took to make that movie and everything is just incredible. It's shot for these people to grow and do everything like that. Conventions. I was going to go to Whorehound at the end of this month. Um, just a lot of things have came up, especially financially and everything. Um, but I'm definitely going to go to Days of the Dead in June here in Indianapolis since it's here, and then I'll definitely be at Whorehound Indy in September. Um, I really want to go to Whorehound in Cincinnati at the end of this month because the lineup is just incredible, especially Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, I didn't care for Dunkirk that much either. Like I say, it was beautifully shot. I thought Tom Hardy was going to have a bigger role than he did and have more of Tom Hardy, like talking and things. Um, and I, but yeah, not Nolan's best movie by any means. Um, but yeah, conventions. Like I say, Diamond Dallas Page is going to be at Warhound, so I'd really like to go just for him and maybe Ron Perlman. So DDP can sign my Rejects poster. Because I don't know if he's going to start doing more conventions now that he's doing this. Hopefully, he'll do like Days Indy or Whorehound Indy or something. But yeah, I just really don't have the funds to go out of town. But we'll see. It's still early in the month. Um, where are we at? So yeah, I'd pick. I'd Sucks Nothing for Wind River, Blade Runner 2049, or Big Sick. Yeah, I heard Big Sick is really really good too. And that's what I'm saying. That whatever they pick for the winners in the Oscars, it doesn't even matter. There's so many great films out there that don't get enough recognition. It's just, I don't know. Animated feature is Boss Baby. Really? The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. So, I've only seen Boss Baby. I don't know. I'm guessing Coco, from what I hear. Like that Leo won an award finally. Yeah, and look how long it took him to win, man. It's ridiculous. There's so many great actors and actresses in movies that just don't even get nominated. Animated short, I'm not even gonna go through those. You love the song from Coco? I mean, it is Disney, so you're gonna have good music and stuff. So I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. I think that's all I'm gonna go through. Nobody cares about like best song or. Yeah. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. I don't really have anything else to go over or anything. People dropped off here, so this was just kind of a random stream. I was going to do this tomorrow night, but I might have other things going on, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it tonight. And you know, like I say, I want to try to do these every couple weeks at least, or something like that. Yeah. Any new releases coming out you guys are planning on picking up? Even him and man, I believe you were trying to say Django, right? Sorry, because I think you were still talking about Leo. Christoph Waltz in Django was the movie though. Man, he was incredible. Monster Mania for oh man, I am so jealous, dude. I would love to meet Carpenter and Tim Curry. That is awesome. Oh yeah, Star Wars Last Jedi. Yeah, I'll have to pick that up since I have all the other ones on Steelbook. Yes, Tim Curry is still alive. He had a stroke, man. He's not dead. Oh, watched Ballad of Lefty Brown last night, I think. Yeah, last night. Really good Western movie. It's a revenge Western with Bill Pullman and Jim Caviezel and Tommy Flanagan from Sons of Anarchy. Man, he was really good in it too. And a brief performance. And it's another one of those movies from A24 Films. Yeah, it was really good. I definitely recommend picking that one up. And it was only like $15 or something. My hand's in the way. That Brown movie you talking about? What about it? And it was only like $15 brand new when it came out. Yeah, Lefty Brown. Yep, Battle of Lefty Brown. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even picked it up if it wasn't an A24 Films release. And then I looked at the cast and definitely had to grab it. You guys pick anything up on this Tuesday? Of course, Thor is the big release, and then you got a bunch of re-releases of those weird-looking covers of like Barbarella and Arrival, and We got Ghost in the Shell in that design. The Tomb Raider movies. I do want to get that Lords of Dogtown uh, Blu-ray release. I believe that's a Mill Creek release. It comes with a slipcover and everything, and it's extended director's cut. Absolutely love that movie. And you got Strangers from Scream Factory coming out Tuesday as well, which I don't remember liking that movie that much. But I'm sure everybody's picking up Thor. They had a blue for that, but not the William movie. What's the title? Little girl on the cover. Which one? William movie. Yeah, I had a hard time even finding Killing of a Sacred Deer from A24 at Walmart and stuff. And then they finally got them in. They didn't have them on like release day though. I don't know. I guess they were carrying all their releases when they first started coming out. Just getting a nod for that movie. Oh, you're talking about the Willem Dafoe movie, um, the one I was just talking about. What was it? The Florida Project. Yeah, I didn't even see the DVD of that up at my Walmart. I didn't know anything about it till I was watching Lefty Brown and they showed the preview, and I'm like, man, Willem Dafoe's in this. I gotta check this one out then. And that's when I heard Blu-ray Dan, I think, talking about he didn't care for it first, and then he watched it again and it grew on him. So maybe I'll do that with Lady Bird. So yeah, Lady Bird comes out on the 6th too. They're re-releasing the original Death Wish as well, and the standard release of Donnie Darko from Arrow, which I have the big box set of. There's a couple Hammer Films double packs coming out, and of course the Cat of Nine Tails big box set, which I wanted to get and just didn't for whatever reason. The new Harris movie was there's a new Danielle Harris movie. Which one's her new one? Don't know. It's hard to keep up on so much stuff. And you got the 4K release of Dark Crystal, which I believe is coming out in a one of them standard release, and then a Best Buy exclusive steelbook as well for Dark Crystal. So I don't know if I'd pick that one up or not. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch that movie. But and then you have on the 13th, that Call Me By Your Name comes out. The Disaster Artist, which was just okay to me. The Crazies single release from the Romero set from Arrow. A New Children of the Corn Runaway. I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. Also, them covers coming out are steelbooks. Yeah, they're just cash grabs, man. I'm not gonna buy all those. I, Tanya comes out the following week. And of course, the big release after Thor is Justice League, which I've heard a lot of mixed things on. Another release of Mad Max Fury Road. That's what we need, I tell you. I don't know what's up with that. And we got Shape of Water comes out that week as well. Another release of Suspiria from Dario Argento from Synapse Films. And that's really about it that following week. Into the Badlands. And that animated movie that was on the Oscar things, that Ferdinand. I don't even know anything about that. Downfall from Shout Factory. I don't know anything about that either. And Ambulance from Scream Factory. So yeah, looks like most everybody's took off, so I'm going to end this chat. Thanks for joining, guys. If you have any recommendations of what to talk about on the next live chat, probably within the next couple of weeks, drop it down in the comments below. If you guys want me to go over anything specific, if you want me to show anything in my collection, you know, I've already shown most of my Scream Factories and stuff, but I can do the Arrow videos and Synapse collection, Vestrons, 88 films, Kinos, Steelbook collection, whatever you guys want to see on the next live stream. While we just go over movies and shoot the shit like we do, and you know, like I say, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. I'll probably just do my Blu-ray update. You talking about, is the transfer of Class of '99 good? Yes, it is amazing. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I do skim through them when I do the unboxings. If you want to check out my unboxing for that, Matt, it's down in my videos somewhere. But I did an unboxing for that and Gothic at the same time, and I do the menu screens and stuff, and I showed a little bit of the film as well, so you can get an idea of the transfer. Yeah, that's about what I pay for mine too. I usually order them from Diabolic because they come in pristine condition, and I don't have to worry about the slip covers being messed up from Best Buy or Amazon or anything. So if you guys are going to order the Vestrons, definitely do it through Diabolic. I can't recommend them enough. I've had no issues with them whatsoever, and their prices are cheaper than Best Buy and stuff. So I think they're 24 or 25, and then their shipping's like $7 flat. So, and they usually release 2 Vestrons at a time, so you're just paying $7 once. But you don't have to worry about anything. It's gonna come in pristine condition. I've never had a problem with them with anything. Yeah, I can't recommend DiabolicDVD.com. You know, get on there and order from them, guys. And yeah, it will arrive in perfect condition. So yeah, like I say, drop down in the comments what you guys want me to go over next live stream, so I got an idea, or if you want me to just keep going through, starting off with the collection and pick up, you know, where we left off. See ya, Trini. Thanks for joining, man. It was good to chat with you, man. Miss seeing you on YouTube, man. Hopefully you give that Stardust another chance. Like to see you doing some reviews on there too, man. Yeah. Again, please follow me on Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thanks for joining. Later.